Hey, welcome everyone to the Drippyverse. Before I proceed with this video, if you haven't watched my video on SPY, make sure you watch it. I've uploaded this couple hours back today. It will give you a much better picture of what to expect for the upcoming week. And this watch list is kind of based on everything else which I discussed there and also the technical setups on these. So please make sure you watch this video. Also, please make sure to subscribe and like, and let's go. Tesla 4-hour chart. Look at this chart on Tesla. We have this beautiful cup and handle formation on it, and we kind of broke out on Friday. Is it gonna continue up? I don't know. 910. I'm watching 910. If it can break above 910, we're possibly going to retest the 955, 940, 940 to 950. So we're talking about 10 to 30 point, 40 points move on Tesla before we see a bigger breakout. So far, it's looking bullish here. You can see that we kind of forming here cup and handle formation, or you could just say a bigger breakout. And so far it's holding well. Splits coming soon. Does that mean Tesla will rally before the split or sell off? Hard to tell at this point of time, but chart looks really bullish. Let's look at Tesla flow real quick. So here, let me pull this right here, and let's look at Tesla. All right, Tesla flow, bullish, super bullish flow here on Tesla. These are single leg today's trades, so that means Fridays are money. And let's look at some near expirations. So yeah, look at this. So many 900 calls, 975 call here. These are big orders, $900,000, 750. Some of these orders came into the close as well. You can see here, this order came around 3 o'clock. Some of them came right at 4 o'clock, this 900 call, 250K order. So massive orders, bullish orders on Tesla. And Tesla is my number one watch for the upcoming week. Flow is bullish, and split news is there. Held the 900 psychological level, closed above it, and chart also looks bullish. And no matter how you look at it, you can look at it from this perspective, like a triangle breakout here, that's bullish. And if it breaks 910, looking like a good setup here for long. So Tesla is my number one watch. The next one is ChargePoint. Now ChargePoint broke big. We are talking about multi-month falling wedge here, breakout. Look at this. And finally it crossed above the daily 200 MA. Big move on a big volume as well. RSI a little bit extended on the daily here, but look at this. In the past, once ChargePoint decides to go, it can go big depending on the market, right? And 4-hour squeeze on it, broke out, and it's definitely overbought, so could see a sideways action on it or a pullback. Would be healthy, but the way the volume is, and the squeeze broke out, this can go probably gap up too. Honestly, it could gap up. My first target on this is 20.75, roughly around that. And there's a small gap here, teeny tiny, from $19 to 19.38, so could fill it. Either way, looking good. ChargePoint looks really good for continuation to the upside, especially if the volume on this name continues. RSI is overbought, but folks are getting here calls still. So this flow is bullish. There's catalyst with the new bills being passed for like the EVs and tax credits and stuff like that. It's looking good. And a lot of bullish orders here, short-term bullish orders, 5 days, 13 days. Some of these orders also came later in the day. So 19 call, 22 call, and there are some puts too. There are some puts coming, but these puts got wrecked the other day. So overall, I think ChargePoint, some folks definitely sold it, but there are some folks who are still holding their calls. And let's see. I mean, looking at the ChargePoint top chains here, this is a bullish chain here, 21 call. Look at the volume on this one, 64,000 contracts. And this came early in the day, but some folks are still holding it. And what's the other one here? Let's look at something, 20 call, 33 days. This one also came around 10:30. So bullish orders here, and momentum is strong on this one. This can go if market continues up. I'm watching it. ChargePoint, Tesla. Next one I'm going to talk about is Google. Now Google broke out of this big box, big range here for months. I mean, we're talking about from 25th of April of 25th of April to 28th August. I mean, 4 months. 4 months. Yeah, 4 months of consolidation within this box, and Google is looking prime. I mean, if you look at this volume profile on Google, and on the daily here, go to the daily. Look at this. Not much volume until 125, even like 127. So if broader market has momentum, and this can go. I mean, all these stocks are finally breaking out, and SPY actually is uptrending. So I mean, SPY weekly risk range I talked about in the previous video is 435. So let's see what happens. But overall, and QQQ as well. QQQ is in middle of the weekly risk range. But look at this. There's this thin volume. If it continues momentum, can go to 340, 338, roughly around that level. Did break out of this big wedge, like this big kind of resistance zone as well. Broke out, and looking really bullish. And RSI is strong as well. Not in the overbought yet, but it's definitely getting there. Extended for sure, but market can go up. I mean, look at this. Market has been going. I mean, if you look at this previous 2000, what is this? 2020, the post-COVID rally, market just straight rip, and this can happen again. So then I cannot discount it, but this week is critical. Make sure you watch the previous video. And yeah, Google, Tesla, ChargePoint, and finally another one, cheaper play for a lot of folks who think the premiums for these are expensive, is ACB, Aurora Cannabis. RSI trending up, RSI greater than 50, almost above, closed above the resistance areas, all of them. And squeeze just fired on the daily here, and also big volume gap here all the way to 2.2. So let's look at the flow for these two real quick, Google. And so if you look at Google here, you wanna go and look. So what folks are doing is they're actually buying leaps on it. Since it's a multi-month breakout, I think people are more interested in buying leaps for Google. So short term could see sell off, but look at this big order here, 130 call, expiring 68 days. So again, this is not too far expiration, 21st of this October, which is big order, 100K, right? And overall bullish bets on Google. So overall Google can move. And then finally ACB. So premiums are small on this name, but look at the size of these contracts compared to, I mean, if you look at the ACB here with respect to the open interest, right? If you look here, two call for 12 days and 2 call for next week. I mean, these premiums are so cheap, $3, $4, right? And they just kept coming in. And also, if you look at the flow history for this name real quick, so call premium is been bullish last couple days, 90%, 96% bullish, but the bullish premium is also staying above 65 here, 44, 60, 67 the other day. And finally the call volume, average 3-day call volume is 15,000, and the other day the call volume was 254K. So definitely more than 10 times the call volume on the average basis, right? So interesting chart, interesting flow, and also a lot of upside potential with this name. And also notice the volume on this one. It's more than the relative volume last couple of days here on the sell-off, right? Last couple of weeks, in my opinion. Looking at this volume decreasing, now increasing. Now volume is picking up. Also broke out of this kind of wedge pattern here on the weekly. Here, like right here, you see this. So, I mean, kind of super bullish looking chart here, and that's what I think looks like a pre-breakout kind of setup here. If the broader market continues, this can go. So these four, I know it's all bullish setups because the market is bullish, and it's possible that we might see sell off this week, and all these setups might fail. But that's why we have to watch the previous video to see the context of everything, and just don't YOLO these calls. Make sure the price action kind of validates these, and play accordingly. All right, folks, these four are the setups I'm watching. Catch up with you guys later. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we do this weekly. Real quick, want to also go over the past week's setups here. All paid big time here. Look at this BMY. I literally told about Bristol Myers here, and since then it's been ripping non-stop. And what about the other one? We had Pfizer, same thing, ripping. And what about the other one? We had XPEV also broke out big. This was covered in, I believe, the last week's video. So make sure, folks, you include these setups in the watch list, because and the other one, the biggest win was Bank of America. I mean, this broke out and gapped up. I mean, thousands of % of returns on weekly options here. Big breakout. And Micron, I shared on Twitter, again, reversal and big breakout on it. Still looks like it might go more here to 68 if broader market continues. So if you guys made money on these, we were in these calls in the Discord. So if you're interested, there's a link down below. There's a weekly option if you guys want to try it and see for yourself how it is, and a lot of educational stuff as well. I post my trade recaps on a weekly basis there as well. I'm daily online live stream, almost like 4 to 5 hours a day. So all right, folks, have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll catch up with you next week. Ciao.